UFOs have landed. My goodness me, what happened just then?
I have no idea. Martians, War of the Worlds.
Canadians, actually.
Hi, welcome to Guitar Paradiso. I am Paul.
And I'm Pete.
Indeed you are, sir. Indeed you are. So what was all that about?
I don't know what it was, but it was like loud like the shirts here. You know, that was
finally have the shirt.
He does have a shirt finally, and
been to America, bought the shirt. Yeah. I went to America just for the shirt.
That's all he went there for. I can imagine, yeah, that's it. It's even got little wooden buttons on it.
Mine's got little dogs and things in cars.
Dog hanging in cars.
And as I said earlier as well, it's a small size.
Yeah.
It's the very first time I bought a small size for quite some time. That's another great thing about America.
Yeah.
Although post-America, it does feel a bit tighter than it did in the store.
Oh, does it? Oh, right, yeah, okay, hang on.
Yeah, we ate well. We ate well.
That's always the way. Actually, that's nothing to do with America, because every time I seem to go to another country, and it just eats really well, and that just seems that doesn't matter. Anyway, we're not talking about America. No. We're talking about Canada.
Quebec.
Quebec. Yeah. Like Hull. It's not Hull in the UK.
It's not Hull in the UK, no.
It is
Hull
in Quebec.
In Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, yeah, a lot of French people up there. So, so a lot of the information that we see online is actually in French. A lot of the stuff that I saw earlier. So,
yeah, it's really cool, and there's not really much about the company online.
No, and what there is in French.
Oh, really? And we should be able to speak French, shouldn't we? Because we are educated young men here.
Indeed, so, indeed. But I certainly don't. So what we have here is a collection of really cool looking pedals.
Yeah.
I really like the way. I think if you're going to have one of the pedals, you need to have them all because it looks a bit like a sort of Spitfire.
Sort of. It does.
Flight panel, doesn't it? Or like some kind of something from the from a war, something military.
Yeah. That's look like. It, actually, when we started with that sort of UFO thing, it kind of looks like something from Area 51 in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sort of thing. And to add to that, they've got some really cool names, haven't they?
They do. So, also in a secret, because they don't actually write the names of the pedals on the pedal, we have some code numbers there. So the pedal that Pete was just plugged into there is an RM922, otherwise known as a Randy's Revenge.
A Randy's Revenge?
Yeah.
I wonder where that comes from.
Yeah, so it's kind of ring modulator pedal. Randy's Revenge, I don't know, some kind of Trailer Park Boys sort of
it could be, I don't know, it's really...
In fact...
Is that what it is?
It could be. The Canadian, Trailer Park Boys, Canadian. It could.
If somebody knows, please post a comment below, because that would be very interesting for us to know.
Yeah, so they're
the secrets behind this.
Yeah, so they're all Canadians. Yeah, so this is Randy's Revenge. This is a ring modulator.
Okay, but let's start there.
Yeah.
So we just start with that one and go. That was the one we played, and we just to, and then we'll do one pedal at a time. Randy's Revenge is first. It's another word. It's really difficult for me to say, actually. So we got two amps in the background. We got a mini Dirty Shirley and we got a Hot Rod Deluxe. One for a little bit of gritty tones and one for the clean tones. With a little bit of overdrive. The other one is just straight in there. And Randy's Revenge ring modulation.
Yeah. Sounds crazy. Sounds like what you'd expect from a ring modulator pedal.
Yeah.
They are kind of popular right now.
Again,
yeah, I think you hear Jeff Beck use them a lot.
Oh, right.
You hear Osnoy, who we talked about before.
Yeah.
Scott Henderson uses them quite a bit. Wayne Krantz, all those kind of fusiony guys.
Yeah.
Those fusiony session player guys who want to create all those crazy sounds.
Crazy tones.
Yeah, like you did before. Yeah.
And you can get them from from being just subtle to going completely crazy tones. I don't
know if it does subtle. We do have a mix control on there. We can change the frequency. We've got a low pass filter on there.
You've got some switches
here. You can change the wave. You can go from, I guess, from a sine wave to a square wave. And then we have a high and low on there as well.
Why don't we...
And you can also change that with control voltage also. So...
Oh, we can change the control voltage as well.
Yeah, there's a control voltage jack on the back there as well. Yeah, so we should change some of the parameters on there.
So I've plugged you in now, and you were going into the Fender amp just for some clean... Let's see what that sounds.
So anybody of my age, I don't know if you had this. It was the Smash adverts as a kid, where the
no.
So the aliens talked in voices like that on the Smash advert in the 1970s. So like a mashed potato advert.
Anybody that talks like that, that's okay.
Well, they were made out of like household implements, and it was the 1970s.
Yes, everybody was probably smoking a little bit too much of the old green back then. But anyway, so that's it's a ring modulator. If you're looking for one, this is probably a really good one. I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds great. And,
sounds great. It sounds big and fat and warm.
Yeah.
Warm there as well.
Exactly. Let's go quickly into the Friedman just to see what happens.
Okay. So with a bit of gain. What is going to happen?
That's almost like a univibe.
It is,
just just a G chord. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Remember that setting, because if you've got one of these, that's one. I like that setting.
Yeah,
great.
Cool.
That sounds great.
Yeah, sounds nice.
That's really cool.
Sounds nice. Looks good.
Yeah, exactly. It looks really cool. Anyway, I think we should we move on?
Yeah. So that was Randy's Revenge.
So so we got loads of them here, and what we're going to do is we're going to snap our fingers, and then we're going to be plugged into the next thing on here, which we're going to decide. We don't know actually when we snap our fingers. So let's see what happens. Hey, we've got a model on the table. A Model B.
A Model B, yeah.
So the one we don't have here is the barbershop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is an overdrive pedal. And so they've created this little Model B here. If you were that guy that had a barbershop pedal and had it on all the time.
Yeah.
That's basically what this is.
Yeah.
Very simple. No on and off.
Yeah.
It's on all the time. Volume, drive, sag.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
so
nice and simple.
Yeah.
I guess if you have a barbershop, you maybe don't want this. It's for the guy who maybe wants a barbershop.
Well, you could put this. You could literally put this underneath your pedal board somewhere.
Yeah.
In your chain.
Yeah.
And just leave it on all the time. It's it does that to the.
Yeah, and with overdrives, that's that's probably what I would end up doing.
A lot of people do
anyway. Just leave it on and clean the guitar up, sort of thing. Yeah, so it makes sense. So I'm sure I haven't seen the prices on these, but I guess it's a more cost-effective version of the barbershop as well.
I can afford. I can afford.
Yeah.
So I can imagine. So yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. So it's a volume here. So we take the drive all the way down. Let's go into the clean up first. See what that sounds like. So as you can hear, the volume basically just does this. That is great. I like that sag feature as well. It sounds like it's kind of a bias pot or something, so it does something to it. Sags down the. I can imagine the current that goes into the man.
Everything's sucking down the current. Everything's sucking down the currency right now.
Yeah, great. That's a great pedal. Not much to say about that, is it? It's very simple. Yeah. Let's just quickly.
I'll be interested to hear the actual barbershop as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Hearing how nice that sounds.
We haven't got that at the moment, so we'll go to the barbershop next time. It's in town. Let's just
actually,
try.
I could really do with going to the barbershop as well. Actually,
really? Oh, yeah, that's right, man. It looks alright.
It's been a while.
It's been so Yamaha into the Freeman. Good.
Nice. Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great with humbuggers.
Humbuggers. Yeah. It sounds great, man. Anyway, very simple little pedal. You should check that out as well. The Model B. And I can imagine because it's barbershop, so it's a model barbershop. I don't know. Have a look at the website. Shall we move on?
We shall.
Yeah.
Let's click this.
Hey, welcome Maud to the table. So,
an analog delay pedal.
Analog delay pedal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's an analog delay pedal.
It sounds great. It looks great.
Yeah. So inside this pedal, there is a lot of dip switches in there, so where you can program loads of different parameters and all sorts of things, and we are not going to do that because it's going to get really difficult for us, and not difficult, but it's just going to get complicated, and we don't want to start opening pedals up and have a look in there.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it.
Absolutely.
They send it to us, and then just go over what you have got on top.
Yeah.
And you've got.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it sounds great this way. I'm not quite sure what the dip switches do inside, but I shall be looking back at this video to see what you put on the screen. Yeah. so I can
will be on here now. There's like 6 or 7 or stuff in there. Anyway, you can go and have a look at the website as well on that.
Yeah, so controls that you would expect. You have a volume, you have the feedback, obviously it's the amount of repeats that you're going to get. You have a tone, so you can make the delay, the repeats really, really dark, or you can actually sort of brighten them up a little bit as well.
Yep.
And then you have your mix control,
yep.
Your time control, which actually works backwards, we just found out. So actually in the lower setting, it seems to be a longer delay, and as you turn that up, it's actually getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
And then over here we have two different settings of compression on there. Yeah.
A light and a heavy one.
Yeah, and then we have a modulation section there as well. So you've got 2 different stages of modulating that delay as well.
Off, light and heavy.
Yeah. And then an on-off switch, and it's all CV controlled as well. So just nice and straightforward, and straight out of the box.
Let's have a listen to the clean sound from the Fender. I like that.
Yeah,
it's great.
Nice.
Let's go compression on. Get the modulation on.
Yeah.
Lots of
nice
possibilities,
yeah. Yeah, nice and warm. Just does what it. I was gonna say it does what it says on the tin,
but it doesn't
actually
say it on the tin, does it? But great delay pedal. Come and check it out again. Links are below, and I think we just need to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on by snapping our fingers to the next pedal. We don't know what's gonna happen. 1, 2, 3, and wow. Okay, so 4 eyes.
4.
4 eyes. It's a little bit naughty there, but you know.
Yeah, so this is the 4 eyes fuzz pedal.
Yeah.
So I think we said before it was 3 fuzz circuits, all running parallel with each other.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Very straightforward in the box. It does what it doesn't say on the tin. The FZ700 4 eyes.
Well, FZ might be a fuzz.
Well.
You know, you could go, unless you know anything about it, or I don't know. But they're really funny, these guys, because I was just reading about this pedal, and it says here, where did it say this? So it says about it, 3 parallel J-fed fuzz circuits driven by a voltage-controlled state variable filter with resonance control, MU, amp input states, and quite possibly a wedgie. I don't know what a wedgie is in a pedal. I've never had. I've probably had a wedgie at some point, but I've probably also given one.
I'm sure you've had a few.
You would give one of you a nerd like this, you know. You like. Anyway, that's also mean 4 eyes and a wedgie, and it makes sense, really, doesn't it? Now I'm reading it back and thinking 4 eyes and a wedgie. Naughty bullying is not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. So it's 3 jet fuzz circuits in this pedal. It also says the 4 eyes fuzz wasn't designed to sound like our favorite vintage fuzz. You know, I think these guys are just funny guys, aren't they? I've got a feeling that they've got a good sense of humor, these guys. Yeah. So anyway, going on the top of you've got the knobs, low, mid, high.
Yeah.
Volume, frequency, and then you got this switch here. Which goes from the other side in 3 different modes. And as it says in the manual, this little switch here controls the overall resonance of the filter. 1 in the middle, 10 or 100, or as they put it, mild, spicy, or suicide. Ooh, this is one controversial pedal, isn't it?
Pretty close to the bone,
Exactly, one controversial pedal. Anyway,
okay.
So there is debates whether fuzz pedal goes best with clean amps or driven amps. So we'll try both. I'll go on the Yamaha. That's a clean signal.
Okay. Sounds cool, man.
It sounds really good. Let's just go quickly over to the
different sounds in there.
To the free.
Nice.
That's really cool. I
really
like it.
Controversial, but sounds great.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on, shall we?
Let's do the finger thing.
And Oh, and my phone has swapped from a guitar. My guitar turned into a phone, basically. Anyway, and we've got the accountant.
So, what do accountants do?
So what it says on here, again, I really like reading these things. This is why we started up like reading stuff here. So every operation needs an accountant, and your signal chain is no exception. This little guy will fit right in, no questions asked. Call upon his services to crunch the numbers, cook your books, and calculate ratios in all confidence that your will remain tight. All right, so mostly a utilitarian relationship here. It's like what they write in here is amazing. So anyway, JFET feedback compression, very simple. Little guy here with 3 ratio settings and some pad here on the side and a volume. That's all it is basically. So clean tones from you.
Yeah.
To the it certainly compresses, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. Almost like sucking those back in.
Like some finger picking kind of like chicken picking style kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So there's three recommended settings on here. We can just do those. So using the accountant. So light compression is both ratios there. So let's hear that.
Okay. So what's this?
Ratio and pad. So this is just a light compression.
Okay.
So it's sometimes barely noticeable, but.
That sounds really
nice.
nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Just a little bit of compression. You like that?
I think I need one of those.
Really nice.
Yeah,
just
really.
A little more sparkle on the top as well. So
really brings things to life, doesn't it?
It does.
So I was just going to say, normally compressors can really kill things. They can really take the dynamics out of things, and this is doing that thing where it just kind of makes things really pop. You know, like
it does. It's really nice. So, and this is the heavy compression where you put both ratio and pad on 2. And let's try to hear it clean. That's literally just compressor, Friedman, done. And then it's got a setting here.
We're totally dry there as well.
Completely.
Yeah, totally dry.
Yeah, exactly. That reminds me. So pad on 0 and ratio on 2 is a limiter effect. So let's see what happens there.
Okay, so this should really stop me from clipping at all, shouldn't it? So if I play.
what it does with this.
That was a nice chord at the end.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That is very impressive.
Yeah. Do you think Lee would notice if that didn't?
If that just didn't make it back to the shop.
Yeah, that's really.
It's a very small thing. Isn't
That's
it? So
really bringing. That's really bringing the amp to life, though, isn't it?
My goodness,
that's really amazing. I wonder what that sounds like on other things. I wonder what that sounds like.
Well, you'll have to buy it to try it to find out.
I can't buy everything I try.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Anyway, let's move on. We got one left, so let's snap our fingers and it'll be in position, and then we'll see what happens.
I feel like ZZ Top.
Okay, that's a unpleasant surprise, isn't it? That's an unpleasant surprise.
Which bit? What?
Yeah.
What?
That's an unpleasant surprise.
We've had a few unpleasant surprises today.
We have had. There's been a few unpleasant surprises, and this is one of them because this is called the unpleasant surprise.
Yeah.
And it does kind of remind me of some unpleasant surprises I've had in the past, but I know, just recalling in my head. Anyway, again, they're writing. I don't know if you can see that. So there's a surprise here. I'll hold up my phone, and you can see there's a little saw there and a fork on it. Surprise fork saw. I don't know what that's got on about. And it says...
These guys are crazy.
I think they are really crazy. I like these guys. This says, reminisce about the time you got your shoulder caught in the reciprocating saw while this unit destroys your slick jazz lines.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we've not plugged this in yet, so we're not quite sure what kind of unpleasant surprise it's going to be. I mean, it's obviously going to destroy my jazz lines.
And that's the same thing, actually, in this whole video. We've not plugged any of these pedals in yet. We got them up there. And the only one we plugged in first was the, where is it? Where are you? The Maud, wasn't it? No, not the Maud. The ring modulator. Randy's Revenge.
Yes, that one.
That's the only one we plugged in before we actually did any of this. So, just go through.
I have to say, so far they've all been
great.
They've all been great surprises.
Absolutely great, but no unpleasant surprises. But we still have yet to turn this on. So, I'll put you on there, and what we have on the top, we've got volume, and then we've got an onset, which is the gain-gate ratio. Then you've got a treble boost here, and a gain, and then a crush, which is either on or off. So it's a fairly simple pedal.
I have no idea what any of that means. I think we're about to find out.
We're about to find out. That's why I've got this here as well. So let's see. This is your clean tone. Here we go. So that's the gate there. So when I turn that all the way down, that's the gate. So here we go. I'll turn it up to the signal. And that's all from a Fender amp. Wow, I like that pedal.
That was a pleasant surprise.
It was a pleasant surprise. It's not an unpleasant surprise at all.
I like that. So that's going from real octave fuzz territory as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
like
the
bit
real
crossing thing. But that's the sort of that crush thing here with the treble on. Keep going.
That gate's grabbing some of those low notes.
I know,
that's ruining my jazz lines.
Oh yeah, it is ruining your jazz lines. You can definitely not play quick licks on that one. That's just going to ruin it completely.
It must be depending on where that gate is set, because I can. So if I play really quietly, it's taking that note. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really dig that pedal. Actually, I dig all these pedals. Yeah. I think they're really great. I am pleasantly surprised with all these pedals.
Me too,
I saw them, I've seen them. They've been sitting in the cabinet for a while, and I've gone, what are these things? I don't, I need to plug these in. I haven't had time, and we thought, let's just put them in here and do a video.
There are so many pedals in that cabinet in that store. It's insane.
And every time you walk in there, there's a new thing.
I mean, so this is great for me just to be able to come and play all these pedals. It's fantastic. But I'd never heard of these guys before today until we pulled them out of that case, and I have to say, all very, very funny. And they all sound just killer.
Absolutely.
I haven't really heard a bad sound out of there, or like that.
Which one is your favourite then?
Oh, I don't know. I really like the compressor.
You like
the
compressor?
counting was really cool. The overdrive sounded mega, which was the Model B.
Model B.
Ring modulators are always a bit strange for me. I would have limited use for that.
Yeah.
Fuzz pedal sounds fantastic. I really like that. That's got that Octavia kind of thing going on really well.
4 eyes, controversial, but also good. And just so you know, I do actually wear contact lenses and glasses, so I'm a bit of a nerd myself.
Are you once again implying that makes you a nerd?
No, that's not what makes me a nerd. I am just a nerd. But I'm trying to make sure I do wear glasses that makes me a nerd. No, I am actually, in fact, I'm a massive nerd. I might seem cool in my shirt here. Yeah.
Indeed you do. You always do, Pete. You always do. So what's your favourite?
I don't know, man. I think they're all good. I would like to hear the barbershop one actually, but I think this one I think was really cool. Yeah. I do like this because of the craziness. The delay was great. I think they're all good. I think. Yeah. Absolutely. No, I can't make up my mind, man.
And I do really like the style, sort of cosmetics of the pedal. I guess you could say because everything else is so bright and so colourful now. Everything's hand painted and everything's like really, really vibrant, like the shirts. And
I think these are punched in, aren't they? These little things are kind of just hammered in. Yeah, like I've got my nice. I got a little sort of.
That's
same
from
thing.
when you're in the army?
No, these are my girls' fingerprints on here, which is really cool, with their names on it. But they're like hammered in. So with the little letters in it, and you got bang, bang, bang like that. It's really cool.
Okay, you didn't
hammer my finger. They made it themselves with a massive hammer. I just made them hammer themselves on the fingers. Anyway, enough chatting, chat.
Sounds great.
That was the Fairfield Circuitry pedals, or some of them at least. Go on the links below, go on their website and read some of this funny blurb they got going on. Well done, guys. We would like to meet you at some point, maybe when at NAMM we're there. 2017. That would be awesome.
Yeah, some of the coolest pedals I've heard for.
I know, in a long time.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
excellent.
I was Pete.
And I was Paul.
And this was Guitar Paradiso on Andertons TV. And don't forget to subscribe. See you later.
Dude, thanks.